What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gentleman Talks with Josh. Before we continue, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Show a little bit of love. I see a lot of you guys not giving any love. You're watching, but you're not giving any love. Don't be stingy with the love. All right. So today, I've been thinking about something for a long time, and I got to get the words out. I got to get it out somehow. And how do men create prisons in their own lives? That's the topic today. How do men create prisons in their own lives? And it's something I've been pondering, something I've been thinking about for a few months and maybe even longer, maybe a long time. And it makes me think and I'm not talking about a physical prison. I'm talking about psychological. I'm talking about your life, and I'm talking about separation from your loved ones. How do men create this separation, this prison sentence for life? And I'll give you a couple of examples to try and paint the picture what I'm trying to explain. When I think of my father and my relationship and my siblings and my mother's relationship with him, they've been separated for a long time, since I was 10 years old. But me, my sister, her family, my mom, we have a very close relationship, right? And my dog just walked in the room. What's up, buddy? And one second, I'm back. Now, we've had this very close relationship. We have a very close relationship of undivided attention, right? We hang out often. We book cottages together. We see each other. We plan lunches. We're part of each other's lives. We're intertwined with each other, right? It's a beautiful thing. I'm watching my nieces grow up. We're in communion with each other, right? It's great. Now, my father's not. My father's left out, and it's not some intentional thing that's happened. It's not like we all decided, "Hey, you're out." It's not like that, right? It's more like time and time again of broken promises, of trust, of just not being reliable. It's compound interest that adds up. It's not one day. And it's not some discussion that's held amongst the family to isolate him. We love him. We want him to do well. But he has his problems, and over time it creates a separation where it becomes more of a nuisance, or it just wouldn't feel right to invite him. Not only for my mother's sake, but just for our sake. It's just. And then I was thinking about this prison, and I'm thinking, okay, my dad, he continues to make some bad decisions, but he made bad decisions in maybe his early 30s that's created this lifelong prison sentence of isolation from your family. It's like a lifelong of you're by yourself now. Because of your bad decisions, you're by yourself now. It's this prison idea. It's this prison sentence idea of being alone. And I was thinking it doesn't need to be that way. It's not definitely not always that way, and it doesn't need to be that way. And it goes back to what I was talking about a couple videos ago about it's all on you. It's all on you. A dear friend of mine, he's estranged from his daughter. She's growing up. She's, a child. I think she's 10 years old. And if you ask him why he's estranged, he's going to give you a ton of different reasons. None of them are his own fault, right? But when you choose alcohol, when you choose women, when you choose laziness over being a good father and a good parent and a good role model to your child, it's going to start to add up. Eventually, the kid's going to get old enough and start resenting you. Naturally, that's how it works. So this guy that I'm speaking of, it's like if you want to be the best role model for your daughter, if you want to be the best role model, You need to get your own life together. You need to be reliable. The whole world is unreliable. Everybody's unreliable. Everyone's out to get you. They really are. I mean, they really are. But you as the father, you can't be that guy. You have to be the reliable one. So you need to be working. And I'm tired of hearing guys who are too good to get a job, to go work at Home Depot, because it's beneath them. So what, you're going to not work because you're waiting for the right job? How about this? How about you need to work at Home Depot because you need structure in your life? You need something. Just get a job. Humble yourself and get a job. Right? And the other thing is, you need to create a comfortable space for your child. A comfortable space that they can go to. So you need a 2-bedroom place. You need your own place. Number one, you need your own place. Ideally, you get a 2-bedroom, so you give your daughter or your child their own bedroom, and they feel important. They want to come visit you. They have their own bedroom there. They feel important. They want to feel important. But if you're living at your mother's house, or if you're living with a roommate and you're 40 years old, or if you just met some girl 6 months ago, now you're living with her, and then your daughter's got to come over and see your new girlfriend that you've put in front of your daughter, how's that supposed to make her feel? Just think about that. If it's a serious relationship, of course, but you know what I'm talking about. Don't play dumb. You know exactly what I'm talking about. How's your daughter going to respect you as a man if you are too good to work? So you're just scraping by. You barely have money for anything. You're living at home, living with a roommate, paying $700 a month, just barely getting by. Or how about this one? You have a substance problem. Add that to the mix. You have a substance problem. You like to get blackout drunk and do some sort of drugs. Might sound like, wow, but this is very typical. I know I can name a lot of people like this. So if this seems like, oh, you're okay, you're over the top, living at home, doing drugs, but this is very real. Okay? And then you wonder why. Then you wonder why you are left out of the circle. And it's everybody else's fault other than yours. You've created this prison for life. And it doesn't need to be that way. Now, instead, you create this warm atmosphere, this accepting atmosphere, and you get into relation with your child. Show that you care. Ask them questions about their lives. It's as simple as, let's meet for dinner. And you're going to ask them questions about them. You're not going to talk about you. Your kids don't care about you, like your day-to-day stories. When they're old enough and they're reflective, like, you know, I met up with my grandmother. I had a coffee with her, and I was so curious about her childhood and her life. And I was just, the whole time, I'm just asking her questions about her, and I'm learning so much. I didn't really care about that 10 years ago. I wouldn't have asked her that. I'm 35 now. I care about these things. But your child, your 10-year-old child, doesn't care about that stuff. They don't want to know about how Jack went up the Mississippi, about how your day is going. They want you to ask them about their friend at school, their teacher. They want you to go to their gymnastics. They want you to just be a gentleman, take her for lunch. And you continue this habit as you get older. And you take her and her boyfriend out for dinner, or you just take her out for dinner and you get to know them. You shut up. You let them do the talking. You give advice when it's needed and when it's due, but you just need to be the stable, reliable, honest, respectful man. And that's a way that you can be separated or whatever and still hold some dignity and have your children respect you and have the people around you respect you, including your siblings, your friends, So that's it. I think I explained that properly, and I just wanted you guys to think about that because I think it's an important thing, and it's an interesting topic. It's an interesting topic of these isolation, because once you're in that isolation and you're in that hole of, well, it gets worse and worse. It spirals downwards. The momentum is headed downwards. You're at the bar, you're blackout, you're drinking, you're drinking, you're drinking. You got no money, you're going back, and it just spirals. It's not too late for anybody to fix this stuff, right? Like, it's one thing at a time. It's okay, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna stay at home at my parents' place with a plan for a few months. I'm gonna save up enough money for a down payment. I'm gonna rent the crappiest 1 bedroom for 1 year. I'm gonna get a steady job. I'm gonna humble myself. I don't care if it's Home Depot. It's not what I used to do. That's okay. I'm going to save up some more money. I'm gonna get a 2 bedroom, and then I have a nice little place for my kid to come. I'm gonna live for that. And yes, of course, date, of course, but keep it separate. Don't put her in front of your child. She's gonna see it. She's gonna feel it, or he's gonna see it. He's gonna feel it. So avoid these psychological prisons, because one thing is a year turns into 5 years, turns into 10 years, and then it's just eventually it does become too late. I mean, it's never too late, but it becomes much harder. My dog keeps growling. Okay, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Tell me that I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm being too harsh. But that's the way I see it, and this is real life things that I see. And I talk to a lot of guys. I know a lot of guys, and I think I can say I know what I'm talking about here. So that's it. Make sure to like, subscribe, show some love. Ciao, ciao.